Hi, I'm Roberta from the Fat Finch. I have an online birding store called the Fat Finch at www.fatfinch.com. Today I want to show you about how to create a container that will attract hummingbirds to your yard, and I like to call it a pollinator pot. So the first thing you want to do is decide on what size container you want. You can have them larger or smaller than this depending on where you want to put it. I have a huge yard, and I still have these all over my yard to help attract hummingbirds in. So the first thing is put some good potting soil in there. Don't use yard soil because it's too heavy. Just get a good light potting soil. I have used this black gold organic potting soil. It does not have to be organic, but sometimes actually vegetables will attract hummingbirds as well, especially as like a scarlet runner bean, which has a yellow or red blossom, will attract them. So when you've got your soil ready in here, and I have about a hand's length, up to about a hand's length, because I'll be adding more soil as I add the plants. You want to add a good fertilizer to your soil. I like to use this product called Yum Yum Mix. It's made for western soils because our soils are a bit more poor, but it works in here. You can also get a timed release soil, or if you're watering your plants, you can regularly add plant food to the water. So after that, you're going to want to decide what plants to put in. I have created a list here of about 50 hummingbird attractant plants, and you can use this as a reference. It's attached to the bottom of the video as well in the notes section. So the first thing I have is a sage, a salvia, and I'm going to put it in the middle of my pot. I could also put it here at the back if I wanted to back this up against a wall, but it's tall and I'm going to set it in the middle. I've taken it out of its pot and I've scored it a bit. You want to get the roots exposed a bit so that they'll grow into the soil. And then I have some verbena, and that's nice to put here in the front, along with some calibrachoa, which will drape over the pot, which is a nice thing to do. So I'm going to set those in there. I'm not actually going to pot them at the moment. I also have a purple sage of a different variety. Purple's a great color for attracting hummingbirds, and they love these tubular plants. But as you can see, I'm mostly putting red plants in because red is the color that really attracts hummingbirds. This is an agastaki. It's called Sunset Hyssop. Has kind of an orange blossom, and it's really pretty. And then I have yet another type of sage that I'm going to put in the back, and this is another purple one. So as you can see, it's going to make a pretty display. And you want to cram them in there. You want to try to make it as crowded as you can. Later on in the season, you might need to divide it, or you may want to take it apart and put some of these in your garden. But it should go for a while in this container and be really enjoyable. You can also add some seeds in. I have two here. One's called Cypress Vine and one's called Cardinal Climber. These are great to put in at the edges because they'll dangle over, or you can even add a shepherd's hook to your pot at the end. And if you plant the seeds close to it, it should vine up and give some nice color there. And then even you can add a hummingbird feeder right here to your shepherd's hook. So it will be just like having a red stop sign in your yard. And hopefully, after you get this done, you'll have something that looks like this. As you can see, I've got some yellow in here and a little bit of white, some verbena, even some petunias. And this is a great pot for attracting the birds. So thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting lots of bird videos up about bird feeding tips and other tips. And thanks again, fatfinch.com.